On Wednesday, the 6th of August 2014, Morad Shahindokht Molawardi, Iran's Vice President for Women and Family Affairs, said that Hassan Rouhani's government is in a disagreement with gender segregation in workplaces. Meanwhile, the head of Iran's judiciary expressed his appreciation towards the mayor of Tehran on implementing gender segregation and said that we must stand for our religious values and should not be afraid of accusations such as being reactionary or backwards thinking. A number of religious prisoners in the central prison of Zahedan issued a collective message expressing their condolences about Sayyid Jamal Hosseini's death, who was the chief editor of HRANA in Turkey, and demanded independent research to be done on this matter. On Saturday, the 9th of August 2014, Ahmad Shahid, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in Iran, strongly criticized Iran for the large number of arrests and the sentencing of activists and journalists. During the past week, Mehdi Bagheri, banking affairs expert, pointed out that under the existing law, women cannot create a short-term or a long-term deposit account for their children, in which they will be entitled to benefits.
On Wednesday, the 6th of August 2014, Mr. Ayatollah Boroujerdi fell unconscious whilst walking and was subsequently transferred to the Evin Prison Clinic. It has been said that Mr. Ayatollah Boroujerdi is now serving the 9th year of his imprisonment sentence and has continuously been deprived of medical leave. The Shiraz Revolutionary Court have sentenced Mr. Ebrahim Farabad Falahia to 6 years imprisonment on charges of insulting the Supreme Leader, propaganda against the regime, and organizing an illegal group known as the Shiraz Green Group in order to disturb Iran's national security. During the past week in the city of Tehran, numerous attacks by the security forces were made on the homes of Sunni citizens where collective prayers were being held. The security forces threatened and abused these followers of the Sunni faith, forcing them to leave the area. On Monday, the 11th of August, 2 Baha'i citizens by the names of Aladdin Khajani and Babak Mobasher were arrested in Tehran by the Intelligence Ministry officers. On Sunday, the 10th of August, Dr. Abdul Hadi Salehi Mamusta, a spiritual Sunni clergyman from the city of Sarez, was arrested by the security forces. An informed source who requested anonymity said to the Haran reporters that the security forces were very disrespectful towards Dr. Abdul Hadi Salehi Mamusta when arresting him. On Sunday, the 10th of August, a group of Arabic activists were arrested by the intelligence forces in the Alavi Alley of Ahvaz city and were taken to an unknown location. A Baha'i citizen by the name of Shayan Tafazoli was arrested 2 months ago by the intelligence forces of Mashhad city and was transferred to the Vakil Abad prison. After 1 week, he is still in the quarantine section of the prison. On Wednesday, the 13th of August, following the transfer of 75 prisoners from Section 350 to the Quarantine Section 7 of the Evin prison, tens of Protection Unit officers of the prison raided Section 350, violently carrying out inspections, destroying and stealing the properties of the religious prisoners from this section.
In Iran today, citizens are under constant surveillance. Those who do not conform are often persecuted. Even children, who dream of one day becoming contributing members of society, are not immune. thoughts and beliefs are different are denied the right to a higher education, their dreams and futures destroyed. If you believe that access to education is a basic human right, bring a voice to the voiceless of Iran. Send a message to your government. Together, let's speak up and safeguard their future.
On Sunday the 10th of August, the press jury considered the editor of Neshat newspaper guilty and announced that he is not entitled to claim for his accusation. On Thursday the 23rd of August, the Bahar newspaper was banned for 6 months, and Saeed Pourazizi, the managing director of the newspaper, was sentenced to 91 days of imprisonment as well as 2 years of suspension. This decision was presided by Judge Siamak Modir Kharasani in Branch 76 of the Criminal Court of Tehran.
This week, workers of Haftepe formed a gathering for the third time. Furthermore, a worker from the Pars carpet factory informed of the 4 months delay in payment of wages and insurance for workers in this company. According to the reports, on the 7th of August 2014, 2 prisoners accused of murder were hanged in the Azadi Square in Kermanshah city. During the past week, at least 7 Baluch citizens were executed by hanging. Furthermore, on Monday the 11th of August 2014, the flogging sentence for a victim was carried out in public in the city of Lande, who was charged with participating in a collective dispute and assault and disturbing the public order and security. On Sunday the 10th of August 2014, 2 prisoners accused of drug trafficking and storing drugs were hanged in the central prison of Birjand. On Wednesday the 13th of August 2014, a 22-year-old prisoner by the name of Mohsen Sarani, who was accused of drug trafficking, was hanged in the central prison of Birjand.
Despite the fact that the imprisonment sentence period for Mehdi Mahmoudian will end in 1 month's time, the prosecution authorities have refused to extend his leave and thus he was returned back to the prison. Furthermore, on Sunday the 10th of August, Gohar Eshki, Satar Beheshti's mother, was hospitalized as a result of the stress caused from losing her son and the unfair trial and sentencing of her son's murderer. Following the transfer of 75 prisoners from Section 350 of Evin Prison, Omid Kokabi, a science mastermind, was also transferred to solitary confinement in Section 7 of the prison.